I've just done a cover of Amoeba, and I'm going to upload it. But I was using this app for a long time called BandLab, and BandLab have now gone the way of so many other apps. They've gone down the road of, and I knew it would happen eventually. They've gone down the road of, uh, we're going to intentionally make the free version shitty so that you pay for the subscription model. We're going to add imposing adverts. We're going to fuck with the stuff that used to work, and make it glitchier and messier. And then we're basically going to get lots of people to move on to the premium product, and then eventually we'll just cut support for the free product. It's happened to so many products. If you don't believe that these companies do this, just because they don't tell you do this, then you need to get your head out of your ass and join the real world, okay? Just because Hitler didn't say he was going to round up 6 million Jews and put them in death camps and kill them with showers doesn't mean he didn't do that. He didn't start off planning to do that, but he did do it. I'm just so fucking sick and tired of it. I mean, here's the thing, right? I've got a punk ethos as much as I can. I did a cover of Dead Kennedys, California Rurales, that was actually quite good, and I was quite proud of it, considering I only have a mobile phone and BandLab and some headphones and my phone mic. The quality of the content that I can make with just that is quite good, considering that that's all I've got. Obviously, you put me in a studio, professional studio, things, I can make something a hell of a lot better, but I impress myself enough at the very least to say, well, yeah, I'm very, very good at what I do. I make very good music. I can record, and I do very good covers. I can interpret music. It doesn't take me long to learn music, and I have a natural ear for music. And I'm not bragging. That's just it. People come up to the street when I'm busking. They tell me I'm really good. I'm popular. I'm liked. Most of the people I know tell me I'm a really good musician. I know I'm a really good musician. I don't care. It's true. I'm very good. I'm very talented. I could go very far. Don't care if you think that that makes me a narcissist. Fuck off. Um, so I uploaded that, and then I got into some trouble because of the Nazi imagery, blah blah blah, and some of the language I used in the song. Well, not language I used, just the language of the song. And so I decided if YouTube was going to fuck around with me, then I wasn't going to upload that cover at all, so no one would get to hear it. However, there is a short that still exists, so I can't be able to take that down. I have a very strong punk ethos, so I try where I can to stay within the principles of my anti-establishment leanings. I am a slave to corporations as much as anybody else. I like Spotify Premium. I've got 2 months of Spotify Premium a while back because it was my first month, so they gave me an extra month, and I will probably be getting Spotify on the regular because it's only like 10 quid. So I'll probably fork out 15 quid for a play card every month and keep myself updated with Spotify, because I must admit, for someone who likes music as much as I do, it's good. That doesn't mean I don't think that it doesn't mean that I don't think those platforms are still inherently evil and blah blah blah. But that's it. So this whole thing of what BandLab is doing doesn't shock me at all, and it shouldn't shock you. I mean, this is what you do. I mean, here's the thing, right? I may use brands, but I don't become loyal to them. I don't become slaves to them. Well, what? Okay, sorry. I mean, like, obviously, I'm a slave to, but as much as. But I mean, I don't willingly embrace them and become a product whore, as I like to call it. I used to do that, and then I learned the hard way that these companies are only interested in profit, which, look, isn't an inherently bad thing. I mean, all businesses have to operate on a profit margin. That's the only way they can survive. Um, but if you embrace this stuff, and if you become a product whore, which, by the way, there are some, I know people who are influencers, and I'm not saying they're bad people. However, the top influencers, the ones who really, really make it, they're basically product whores. They sell products. Most of the time, the products they're selling are crap. They know they're crap. They make profit off of it. Other times, they're just blindly loyal to a company for whatever dumb reason you can think of, and they genuinely think that that company cares about them as a creator. They don't. They see you as a young woman with lots of followers on Instagram. They want you to sell a crappy product to lots of gullible young girls who judge everything in their life by what their favorite influencer does, which I just have no respect for that, to be honest, but okay. And to be fair, I'm not saying guys probably don't do this as well, but in terms of the Instagram generation, it's going to be a lot of women that follow this when it comes to like beauty products, things of this nature. And I think companies cash in on the female market more than they do the male market, but that's just a theory. I haven't got any evidence to back that up. I could find some, but yeah. No, don't be a product whore, and don't think for a second that these corporations and these companies are not doing these things. Planned obsolescence is a very real thing. Um, they found an old light bulb years and years and hundreds. We're talking like however what was the light bulb was invented in what, the mid 19th century. So we're talking probably 1860s, 1870s, whenever it was. Thomas Edison and all the rest of it. There was a light bulb that was in some building somewhere. It'd been there for 150 years. It still worked. Now, when you read the media articles about this, surprise, surprise, the same media that gets paid to host advertisements on this platform for everything, including, I'm sure, light bulbs at some point, or companies that are involved with or have profit in other companies who make light bulbs. They go, oh, well, there's lots of reasons why this. No, there's not lots of reasons why that is the way it is. The reason why that is the way it is because that's the way it is. And the reason why things aren't that way is because people make more profit out of having planned obsolescence. Have you ever wondered how it's very odd when you get past the warranty and all of a sudden your iPhone or whatever crappy product you own dies? I've got a Google Pixel. I'm expecting this will probably crap out. To be honest, I do make things last, and I'm not one of those people that needs to be part of the trend. I mean, I can think of nothing more retarded, even if you had the money, I can think of nothing more stupid than going, oh, well, the new one's out. The one I've got is perfectly fine, but I'm going to get a new one anyway. Now, I understand that with an iPhone. Again, another example of exactly what I'm talking about, because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he said that someone he knew was down that road as well. iPhone basically create. I think it's something where they have so many software updates that eventually the older models just get discontinued, so you can't use them anymore. You can't update them, and if you can't update them, they're basically as good as useless. They're basically dead because it's going to lock you out of most apps and all the rest of it. That's another part of it. But if you're someone that just goes, "Oh, I've got a perfectly functioning item, but the new item is out, so I better go and get that," because I mean, I'm not even going to pretend to understand the mindset because I can't. I do not understand that mindset. I think you're all thick. But if you're someone that goes down that path and does that, congratulations, you're a product whore and you're an idiot and you're part of the problem. And I don't respect you. Um, I think you're a fucking moron. You may be a nice person, but a lot of nice people are incredibly fucking stupid. Uh, that's just a fact of life. So yeah, I mean, no, planned obsolescence is real. Product whoring is stupid. And if you think that your favorite companies are good and decent, maybe some of them were, and maybe some of them are, but they won't be for long. And the ones that were certainly aren't. Um, it's just the nature of monopolization, the nature of big business. And the thing is, I don't think it will ever change. I mean, the only way you keep that stuff to a minimum is by not having the government embrace legislation that directly benefits and helps these people, and also not profiting from it. You can't stop the businesses themselves from doing what is natural. All businesses will follow this model because every business is inherently about making profit. Now, I'm not a communist. I'm not a fucking red pinko idiot. I don't think that profit is a bad thing. I don't think that profit is negative. I don't think that profit is just greed. I understand because I want to be profit. I want to make profit. I want to make music, but I also want to sell music because I don't want to be a poor musician. I want to be a musician that actually has money in order to spend on the things that I would like and also the things I need, such as financial security, certain equipment, whatever else. Maybe if I, depending on how, I mean, let's face it, if you've got the money, you've got better healthcare. I could do with some of that. I could do with some of that. Better healthcare. I could do with some of that better healthcare. But, um, the end of the day, I'm not against profit, but when you have the government embracing this, legislating on behalf of these companies, making profit from these companies, combine that with an increasingly materialistic and valueless society where the lack of religion and the lack of shared values and morality and all the rest of it is now being replaced by, ooh, shiny red ball and ooh, but yeah, literally all shiny red ball and all shiny metal in my hands, when it's being replaced by, just items and stuff. Well, yeah, these things are going to get inherently worse. That's why all of the worst acts of the Industrial Revolution, I mean, if you've ever played Red Dead Redemption 2, I can't remember his fucking name, I can't remember his first name, but all of the Cornwalls of this world, all of that, they pale in comparison to the Jeff Bezos, the Bill Gates, the what's his face, Richard, I said Richard Ashcroft, Jesus, um, guy who owns Virgin, I can't remember his fucking name right now, but him, all the rest of them, pale. Richard Branson, yeah, pale in comparison to these people, right? And obviously then you've got your big financial people as well. You've got your BlackRocks and your JP Morgans and your, various other international finance firms and all the rest of it. Um, these people are fucking scum as well. So don't embrace this stuff and be a naive idiot. Because I may recognize that to some degree I am a slave, as we all are, but I'm not actively embracing this, and I'm certainly not doing something as stupid as pretending that it doesn't exist for my own comfort. I'm not a moron. You are. And there's a big fucking difference.